Hello and welcome back, my dear students, once again to your YouTube channel. In this video, I wish to inform you about something really interesting that the ICSE Council has informed all of us. The ICSE Council recently has brought out a notification in which they have decided to revamp the English syllabus altogether. Alright? So there are certain alterations, certain changes made to the English paper. Now in this video we shall be exploring these changes, these additions and alterations in the English paper. Alright? But before I proceed any further, if you have been watching my videos, they are helping you to understand your texts better, write better answers, get more marks in the examination. Kindly do not forget to give me a like and also to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It shall keep me motivated. Alright? So without further ado, let's get started. Now, you all are aware in the +2 level, that is in your 11 and 12, in English we have two papers. Paper 1 is your language and paper 2 is your literature. In the English language paper, there are no changes as such. Alright? Sorry. Question, it is a 80-mark paper. Question number 1 is your essay of 20 marks, wherein you would be given 6 topics, out of which you would be required to answer any one. Alright? Now, the 6 topics would include your narrative, descriptive, reflective, argumentative, expository, as well as your short stories. Out of these 6, you would be required to answer any one. It's a 20-mark question and the word limit would be 400 to 450 words. Alright. Question number 2 also. Here you have a slight change. Question number 2 is divided into 2 parts. 2A is your directed writing. Alright. Now, in question number 2A, directed writing, the topics that are going to be covered include, your journalistic reports, also known as newspaper reports. Then you have your non-journalistic reports or feature articles. You have your book review and statement of purpose. Along with that, a new addition that has come in is your blog writing. Okay, so what are the topics? Let me tell you. Journalistic report, which is also known as the newspaper report. Then you have non-journalistic report or feature article. Then you have your book reviews, blogs, and statement of purpose. Alright. Now, the ideal word limit is around 300 words. Okay. The lowest it can be 250 and maximum it can be 300. Do not exceed that word limit. Now here in question number 2A, you will not be given any choice whatsoever. Alright, you would be given one particular question and you would be expected to answer that only. Of course, guidelines would be provided to each of the questions. Coming to question number 2B, it is proposal writing, again a 10-mark question. And here you do not have any changes as such. Question number 3 is your grammar. Again, this grammar section is divided into 3 parts. The first part is your transformation of sentences, wherein unlike in your ICSE where you would be given MCQs, here you would have to solve them on your own. Instructions would be given at the end of each question or each sentence. Accordingly, you would have to change either from active to passive, direct to indirect, using the adverb to, okay, interchanging degrees of comparison, and so on and so forth. Affirmative, negative, all inclusive, whatever you have learned till date. Next is your phrasal verbs or prepositions. Previously you would be given, here again there is a slight change. Previously you would be given to fill in the blanks straight away. The blank would be provided and you would have to fill in with the correct phrasal verb or preposition. Alright. Now they will give you the incorrect answer in the blank itself, and you would be required to replace that incorrect answer. Followed? For instance, a sentence. She takes down her mother, and the word down is underlined. The correct answer is she takes after her mother, which means she resembles her mother. So takes down will be given to you, but you have to remove down and write after. Alright, that's the second part. And the third part would be the correct form of the tense. Alright, the correct form of the tense you would have to use to fill up the blanks and complete the passage the way it was before. The next question is your comprehension. In comprehension, at first you would be given a passage of around 700 words. Alright, following which you would be given 3 questions wherein a phrase would be highlighted in a particular sentence, and that phrase would have to be replaced by one single word from the passage. The next part of it is a question wherein one word would be given to you as used in the passage, and the opposite of that, exactly a different meaning of that, has to be used in the question. And this would have to be, answered in the form of your MCQs. The next is you will have 3 questions, and the answers of which you would have to write on the basis of your reading your passage, and finally you would have to write the summary of the given question. A question would be set, accordingly a summary would have to be written. But here there is a catch. The summary would have to be in 100 words. Alright, so far you were acquainted with writing summaries till class 10 in 50 words, Pressy writing to be precise. Now it is 100 words. Alright, and you are supposed to maintain that 100 words in a form of a greed. 25. Alright, do not interchange the greed pattern. Now this is your language syllabus, where you have seen that there are certain minute changes. Now coming to the project work of the language paper. In class 11, in language you do not have any projects as such. Okay, 80 marks written paper and 20 marks would be your orals and orals. Alright, oral is when you narrate, elocute out a passage as given by your teacher, and oral would be your teacher would be reading out a passage, and after reading the passage she would be setting some questions in MCQ format, and you would require to answer them. Okay, so 10 marks oral, 10 marks oral. Oral is when you speak and oral is when you listen and answer. Alright, so 100 marks done. Now coming to your literature syllabus. This is where a mammoth change has taken over. Alright, in literature paper you have, the paper is again 80 marks. Okay, now in this 80 marks drama section you have George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. Pygmalion's Act 1 and Act 2 would be tested in class 11. I'm repeating myself, you have George Bernard Shaw's play Pygmalion, where Act 1 and Act 2 is only in the syllabus for class 11. Alright. Now after that you have something called short stories, and the name of the book is Perspectives, a collection of ISC short stories. Here you have 5 short stories. What are they? You have Lolly Road by R.K. Narayan, The Landlady by Roald Dahl, Most Beautiful by Ruskin Bond, Dream Children Reverie by Charles Lamb, and Ratan Tata, A Life Settling In at Cornell, an excerpt by Thomas Matthew. Alright, this is class 11 I'm talking about, 5 short stories. Then you have your poems, Reflections. The name of the book is Reflections, a collection of ISC poems. And here again you have 5 poems. What are they? It is Father Returning Home by Dilip Chitre. Number 2 is Life Doesn't Frighten Me by Maya Angelou. Number 3 is Sadness Comes by Donna Ashworth. Number 4 is A Prayer for My Daughter by William Butler Yeats. And number 5 is Bora Ring by Judith Wright. Alright, these are the 5 poems that you have in your IC syllabus for class 11. Apart from that, you would have a project topic. Project topic would be given to you by your school, and wherein you would be asked to analyze a text from your syllabus and maybe compare it with another related text which is not in your syllabus. Alright, similar kind of things. And of course your own interpretation to it. This project needs to be done in around 1000 to 1500 words, and it is 20 marks. Alright, this is your literature and language syllabus for class 11. Coming to class 12, there are no changes in class 12 language paper with that of your class 11 language paper. It's the same. You have your 6 kind of essays in question number 1. Question number 2, directed writing. You have journalistic reports, non-journalistic reports, statement of purpose, book review, and blog writing. Alright. Question number 3 is your transformation of sentences. Prepositions and phrasal verbs, and correct form of the tense. Alright, after that you have your comprehension, wherein your vocabulary, then question answers, and followed by finally the summary writing or the grade in 100 words. Okay, so the language paper remains on absolutely unchanged with that of your class 11 syllabus. Coming to the class 12 literature syllabus, this is again where there is a lot of change. In class 12 drama, you again have George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, but this time Act 3, 4 and 5 would be tested, and nothing from class 11 would be tested in your class 12 syllabus. Alright. Again, you know the name of the book of your short stories. It's Perspectives, a collection of IC short stories. And here you have the first story titled The Doll's House by Catherine Mansfield. Number 2, Death by Scrabble by Charlie Fish. Number 3 is The Dreamer by Saki. Number 4, Games at Twilight by Anita Desai. And number 5, The Father Thing by Philip K. Dick. Alright, so these are the 5 stories that you have. Coming to the poems, Reflection, a collection of ISC poems, you have My Grandmother's House by Kamala Das, Refugee Blues by W.H. Auden, Urban by Nizam Ezekiel, Ode to Tomatoes by Pablo Neruda, and The Black Santa by Alison Joseph. Okay, so these are the 5 poems that you have. Now, so these are the major changes, my dear children, that has come across from the council and this is going to be incorporated in your syllabus right from this year. So those of you who would be taking your ISC in the year 2027, you need to be apprised of this new syllabus. But then there is a catch. This is not for everybody. You already know that most of us are following Macbeth. That is core English. Most of the schools across India this year is going with core English, okay, wherein we have Macbeth by Shakespeare and a few 5 poems and 5 short stories accordingly from your Prism and Rhapsody. So there are some schools which have opted for modern English. The syllabus which I discussed now is applicable for those who have opted modern English only and not for those who have been following core English. Starting this year, the council has given us the choice to either go for modern English or core English. Those of us who are going ahead with core English, our syllabus remain unchanged. Alright, but those of us who have adopted modern English, our syllabus has got a change, and this is the syllabus for the modern English. Alright dear students, I will soon be back with my new videos on modern English, and the first poem that I am going to do with you is Father Returning Home. Alright, but I am waiting a little because till now the marks division has not come in from the council, as in drama would be given how many questions from drama, what would be the marks division, how many questions from poem, what would be the marks division. We are yet to know that. As soon as it comes, I will start uploading my videos accordingly. Alright, so see you very soon. Till then, take very good care of your health and goodbye.